Hey y'all, I'm Derrick.
Hey, Kendra.
And we're the Lovely Birds.
And today we are going to, we are going to talk about
differences in marriage.
Yes, differences
in
relationship. Okay, so question for you this time. Okay. You are very introverted. Mm-hmm. I say I'm introverted, but you say I'm an ambivert. Mm-hmm. Okay. So yes, go ahead. How do you feel like that has played a role in our relationship?
Well, I think definitely me. I take a lot of time, even to like respond to questions and stuff. And I love people. I can be somewhat social, but I need time to recharge, and I think that's the thing where you be like, what do you mean you need time to yourself? Yeah. And I do. I love being around you. I love being around people for the most part. Mm-hmm. And but I do need time to just like think, mm-hmm. to like recharge, to just be in my own space. Mm-hmm. But then I come back better. I come back.
Yeah. Like, Yeah. And I think for me, I mean, I guess I can see the ambivert because there are times when I'm like, this is too many people, too much people, and I just want to go home. It's doing too much. But then there are times I love being around people. However, it's very certain people. It's not, I don't like just being around anybody. Mm. And I think with me is a lot of people don't know I am actually very outgoing when I'm around people. I don't even want to say that I like, because that's not it, but people that I feel safe enough to be me around, where I just kind of like don't care, because I think the people who truly, truly know Kendra would say I'm hilarious, okay, and would love to be around me because I'm fun, and I do talk a lot more than people realize. It's just I don't talk to everyone, because that to me is draining. So I kind of do get the time to reset, but I think with the difference with me and you is I don't drain you, but being around me too long is draining for you because you do need some Derrick time, which I get it. I'd be recharged being with you. I don't like being alone. I like to be up under you as much as possible. Yeah. And so I have had to learn that Derrick needing time to recharge is not like he needs time away from me. He needs time with himself. So it's not about me, it's about you. Mm-hmm. And like getting over myself in those instances.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about when we were friends and you were very more so extroverted, I think.
I mean, literally every friend I made in college, I wouldn't say I stalked them, but I know like Angelica, how I made friends with her is I was like talking to her all the time, like talk, like all the time, and even my bestest friend in the whole world, Tia, I talked with her a lot, and so I do think I was like super social, in that aspect, but I think just going to grad school and I just started being like, that's not who I want to be anymore. I'll be social with who I want to be.
Yeah, it's been a change.
A huge change.
Yeah, a change for sure.
Yeah.
And I think I've had to get out of the mindset of like, well, Kendra is this extroverted person and da-da-da. I guess in a way had to learn you again, or learn maybe a different aspect of you now versus, how you used to be.
Yeah.
And I've had to change my expectation of that. Okay, well, Kendra is just gonna, be extroverted and she's going to, flow and function how you used to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just accepting like, okay, that's not how it is right now.
It's a new me.
Yeah.
It's a new me. Yeah.
But I think that's really important for couples. Like, even as we grow, I'm pretty sure there are going to be some things that I used to enjoy doing. I used to like doing that out, just not me anymore.
Change.
Yeah.
And I even had to get to know you again. We're best friends, but like you say, you are truly an onion. And there are parts of Derrick Bird that I had no idea. Not that I don't love literally every layer that you've exposed me to. I do. But I just realized that the Derrick I thought I knew, oh my gosh, I know him so on such a deeper level. And I have a better understanding of you. Yeah. And I think it's been kind of cool because I feel like I continue to get to know this person and fall fall more in love with a different, it's like a different level of love with each layer that I'm, getting to know about you. But it also challenges me in a good way because I think the coolest thing about us is, when it comes to like foundational things, we have the same like beliefs and understandings, but we just see things in such different lights sometimes, but we understand each other. It's just really cool.
Yeah. And I was thinking about this question. I don't know, it may be a little off, but look, do you think things changed maybe as far as like expectations when we became married? Like when we actually, we signed the papers and we said I do, we signed the papers, all of that. Like after that, do you feel like expectations changed?
Versus being engaged? Absolutely. Absolutely. But and I feel like there were expectations I may have had when we were like dating and engaged, but I couldn't like enforce them as much because we weren't quite married yet.
Oh, okay.
But then we're married. No, I can't because you are my husband at this point. Like there's no like, kind of about it. Like this is an expectation that I can have, and this is one that you should be fulfilling. But what about you? No shame. What about you? Do you feel like it changed for you?
I think it changed. I think because it became like official.
Yeah.
Like this is it, So yeah, I think my expectations for stuff changed a little bit. I think it just shifted to being like, okay, well, we're married now, so this is, especially because of the way we did it, we wasn't, staying together and all of that.
Yeah.
So that was even like a learning point for both of us, because there was things that I knew about you as a friend that I didn't know, living together as, husband and wife. Yeah.
And I think that just made me think of a huge difference that we've had to learn to conquer. Well, two. So the first one I started is finances. We are on two totally separate islands when it came. Now we're on the same page. We understand, but I still think I'm gonna live my best life with my coins. Okay, I go to work. I'm stressed. I'm gonna enjoy my little money. And you're like, we need to save. We've come up with a happy balance and a happy medium.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think that's an area in which we were totally different, and we still have differences, but we've learned to navigate them.
Yeah.
And I think being married has kind of shifted my perspective a little bit, where I want to live life, but now I'm seeing beyond, this year. I'm seeing future, and how can I plan for the future? And I can't remember the other one, so it'll come back to me.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like, we grew up differently, and then we just have different personalities when it all boils down to it, especially when it comes to like money, because I am very much like, I would rather save than spend, because I would tell you I tell you about what I used to do with my lunch money.
Yes.
Like I would save, probably a good portion of it, and just save up for whatever I wanted.
And I used to run out of lunch money, and my mom used to be like, "Why are you running out of lunch money?"
And even hearing you, I'm thinking like, how do you run out of the money?
Look,
like,
baby,
what?
I'm gonna get what I want when I want it. Okay, I'm gonna spend my little lunch money and get some lunch. And I think that is an exhibit A of the differences that we've been on.
Yeah. And I think I've just had to. I think you've taught me this as well.
To enjoy life, enjoy your money.
To enjoy the money, to be able to spend it on myself. Because even now I have a second guessing thing, like when it comes to like spending money on myself. Yeah, so you definitely taught me that. Why you made that?
Because I have no problem spending money on myself.
Yeah.
I deserve it. That's what I tell myself. I deserve it. Don't I be saying that to you? I'll be like, I deserve this. I deserve this today. I had a hard day, and I deserve it. So that's my little mindset. I'm going to treat myself.
Yeah.
I want to see me happy.
Yeah. I want to see you happy too, but we
do.
can be broke. Okay.
But that's been a really good learning lesson. I have really learned that you can do, I think that's the biggest thing, is in moderation. That you've taught me the importance of utilizing moderation when making decisions, and I think that's been a good thing. But I do think it took us some time though, to kind of handle those differences. And I think another difference we have is just in like communicating and processing things. I know that I am a very like, handle it right now. We need to talk about it now. We need to talk about it now.
Yeah.
And you need time to process stuff.
Yes.
You can't just have the conversation or I'll like ask your opinion on something and like you need time to think about it. And I'm thinking, why you need time to think about it? I already know how I feel and I just am ready to, Yeah. So that's another area I think that we're a little different on.
Yeah.
Navigate it.
Yep. Because you definitely be like, well, you should just know now. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Like, no, I need to sit and think about it. And
And I used to think of that as indecisiveness, but now I realize that you genuinely need time to process. And I think I realize sometimes I do make rash like decisions. Because I'm just like act, and not think through, and you think through things, I think. It just came to me. When do I go ahead? Sorry. I just thought of another difference.
Yeah. But I think I think we've made room for each other's differences, and being able to kind of like balance each other out. Because, and I think even before marriage, I think I was dead set on saving money and all of that. And I think I would spend money on myself sometimes, but not as,
Not as much as Kendra spends on Kendra.
Yeah.
I remember it now. So I think a big difference between us is you can see big picture. I can see big picture, but I'm thinking about you see A to D and I'm looking at B and C. And the small details, not even just B and C, but like what font are we using, what color, you know what I mean? You can see the big dream and help with the B and C, but I'm thinking of like the logistics of things.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes because I was so focused on the logistics of things and the how, and I think that's how you've helped me with faith, I wasn't able to see D because I'm so fixated on, I don't want to look at D because I don't know what B and C are doing yet. I need to figure out B and C before I can get to D. And you're like, well, I'm okay. I am doing D and I know B and C will figure it out, and God will work it out. Yeah. And I think that that's kind of like an area that has helped us plan because we are able to look at A, B, C, and D together and trust each other.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, I think you have helped me with the logistics of seeing the B and C to be able to get to the D.
Yes. And I think that's been beneficial. And I think it's just helped us to, it like helps me to trust you when you say you see D. And that even though there are some things that God is going to handle in the B and C, what does our part look like? Yeah. Let's figure out our part together as a team. And so, that's a big area.
And I think I've had to accept that you have input and like you have ideas as far as like the logistics and even asking the questions, because I think for men sometimes we can get defensive, like, oh, why are you questioning? What do you mean, like it's gonna work itself out, like stop asking questions, all of that. But I think I've accepted that, okay, you have sometimes more of the logistics, and to accept that and to work with that, and to know that we're a team, we're getting to D together.
And I think sometimes I've also had to learn that it's not that you can't do B and C, you're just not focused on it. But there are times you have worried about the B and C and I'm trying to worry about it and I don't need to, and I need to let go and trust you to worry about it, and not even worry about it, but for you to handle it. And so, it's been a cool journey.
Yes.
And learning Derrick, but seeing you grow and getting to be a part of the process, and you develop as a person.
Amen.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's all I got.
All right, well, guys.